Hey guys, it's Ricky. Welcome to part two of developing my solo indie game. Sorry it's been a little while since the last episode. I've been trying to scale and move our game across the screen similar to Ropuka's Idle Island, but it has been a rather challenging endeavor. In this first clip, I made everything in the scene parented to one object and scaled that, but then when moving the physical scene, the nav mesh would then have trouble scaling and the player character would freak out, so that didn't work. I also had the scene in a 1920 by 1080 aspect ratio with the background transparent, but since I was only scaling the objects and UI, I couldn't click behind anything on my actual desktop. In the second clip, I attempted to have everything viewed under a render texture and a raw image and adjust that so I wouldn't actually move the physical mesh, but moving and scaling this created an infinite mirror effect, so that was also no good. After lots of trial and error, I eventually scrapped the raw image and render texture method and downloaded this plugin that allows for true transparency. This way I could actually click through my transparent background to interact with my desktop. Scaling was now working perfectly, but moving the scene around was really choppy. Admittedly, I vibe coded this way more than I'd like to admit, but basically I used an empty parented object for a camera rig and then moved that around instead of the actual camera. Then I used the event data.delta method rather than screen to world point because screen to world point measures absolute mouse position converted to world space, which produced erratic results, whereas event data.delta just measured how much the drag icon was moved from the position that I started holding the mouse down, and that made it much smoother. I then just scaled the camera size and a parent object that held my UI to achieve the exact look and feel I was going for. Here's an article I referenced that helps explain the different drag methods better by Santosh Parihar. Big shout out to him. He also released this article on my birthday. Also, here's a celebratory slam for when I finally finished.